it's Suzy Shock. Welcome back to the third sacred truth, which is divine will. This is a big one. This is a power center right in the diaphragm. This is where the location of the third chakra is, the third sacred truth, and the element is fire. So when we're in balance, that fire really helps us to take action. When we're out of balance, the ego is stepping in the way of our divine wisdom and holding us back. So if you've read the book or if you've read the chapter, you'll understand that what I needed to surrender was probably one of the biggest and most challenging experiences of my life. So what I want to do today is a little grounding first, and then just take a nice deep exploration into where you are at, what you want to create, how you want to move forward, and what are the boulders in your backpack that are holding you back or telling you you're not good enough, or whatever the situation is, whatever that mind chatter is. I want to unpack it, and I want to leave it here by the end of the meditation. So let's gently get into a seated position. Later I'll guide you into, if you want to take child's pose, if you want to lay on your back, whatever surrendering posture feels the best to you, I'll guide you into that one. Okay, so gently close your eyes. And you could also do candle gazing. I think that's a really lovely way to do that. And take an internal inventory of your beautiful body. What is it expressing? Because when, our body wisdom is communicating, so often it happens in the gut, right? Right in the area of the third sacred truth, the third chakra. So what is being communicated to you today? And let's just start some beautiful breaths. Breathing in through the nose, pause and hold. Breathing out through the nose, pause and hold. And just start to find a rhythm to the breath. And if you ever notice, I am always rocking when I am doing my breath and my meditation because I'm connecting to the rhythm of the earth. And you'll see mamas doing that too when they're rocking their babies. They're connecting to something really internal, which connects them to Mama Gaia. All right, deep breath in through the nose. Passive exhale out through the nose. And again, just meander through the body and notice where you're holding on to tension. It could be in the hips. It could be in the head. Sometimes you have headaches because you're holding on to tension. What is it that's repeating for you? And allow the breath to move into that area and release it, because the breath is a vehicle for divine light to move in and out of your body. All right, taking one more long, even breath in. Passive exhale out. And then I want to take you into the grounding exercise, because if you aren't grounded, your body doesn't feel safe. It feels chaotic. So let's breathe 3 times your own rhythm into the base of the spine, the first chakra. So exhaling the air from the lungs. Long, even breath in. Pause and hold the breath. Passive exhale out. Again, breathing in. Good. One more time, taking that full, even breath in and releasing it out. All right, let's begin to take our breath down through our legs into the feet. So exhaling the air from the lungs. Breathing in from the first chakra, let it move down through the legs into the bottom of the feet. Remember, we have chakras in the bottom of our feet as well. And chakras are these beautiful little vortexes of light. Passive exhale out. All right, now let's connect our life force with the resonances of the earth. So again, whether it's your growing roots or you're dropping an anchor, breathe in deeply and slowly and just visualize my life force, just like a tree, is rooting down and connecting me to the vibration of the earth so that I can feel that rhythm and I feel safe. And when you feel that connection to the crystalline core, passive exhale out. How does it feel to have that connection? Remember I shared that the core of the earth is like a womb and it's like a heartbeat. It just, it's unconditional love. All right, so let's breathe that back up through the feet, through the legs, and ground it in the first chakra. Exhale the air from your lungs. Long, even breath in. Grounding in the first chakra. And a passive exhale out. Good. Now visualize the Antakarana about 18 inches above the head. The blueprint of your perfection. Your beautiful, beautiful soul. It's your oversoul. So exhale the air from the lungs, and we're going to breathe that down in the spiral through the crown, through the third eye, through the throat, anchored in the heart. Good. Passive exhale out. With eyes closed, just listening and surrendering. Allowing your divine wisdom, your body wisdom, to communicate clearly, softly. I am the light of divine will. Through this sacred truth, I am able to supersede my ego and surrender to the wisdom of my divinity, allowing me to feel the beauty, bliss, and perfection in all things. And what that means is that through every experience that we have, we generally define it as good or bad. But every experience, whether it's challenging or just beautiful, helps us to expand and learn. Most especially challenge, though. Challenge in contrast, in my life experience, has been the best instigator for change and expansion. And in reflection of the experience that I shared, it was one of the most difficult experiences in my life. And I learned so much about myself. That experience ushered me into a place that served me to dive deeper, because I was able to explore feelings about control, my issues with control that stemmed from being adopted. And as I sat with it, I learned not to push, but to allow the feelings to come forward in their own time. The key to that, though, is not to stuff them back down as they are coming up, but allow and allow and allow all the feelings to come forward. And one by one, picking them apart and exploring what is the root cause of these experiences. So I pose this question to you again. What is in your backpack? What boulders have you been carrying around with you? Can you be soft with yourself and begin to surrender them one by one by one? What is your ego so tightly attached to or afraid to let go of? And for me, it was just this control. That if I let go of the control, something bad was going to happen again. And as we learned in the chapter, we can't control anything. And the harder we try, the more energy we waste, and the more it gets in our way of having a beautiful life. What is getting in the way of your joy and your ability of using that fire element from the third chakra? Give it a name. Validate it. Validate that feeling. Surrender that feeling. Me getting on the floor, forehead down on the mat, everything spilled out of me. I could not hold it in any longer. It was grief. It was the fear of this happening to Leo. It was watching my daughter suffer from the loss of her beautiful friend. It was me feeling that I could have, should have done something to prevent it. Those are all my boulders. What are yours? I was holding myself accountable for things that were not mine to hold. What is that for you? And in me understanding that I was not accountable for a lot of the things, and understanding my truth in the situation, I was able to let go. It was not my job to keep those kids alive. It was my job to love them, which I did. And that's what I often tell parents. Your job is to love your kids. Our job here is to just love and be loved. And once I was finally able to let go, I was able to allow Spirit to come in and heal. I was completely raw and exposed. But there was something so transformational about that as well. By letting go, I was able to allow the wisdom of my soul to speak softly and with compassion. So in this moment, I invite you to find a surrendering posture. Sit in silence and recognize what in your life is keeping you stuck. Working with divine rebirth, right? Because that is movement and flow. So working with divine rebirth and working with divine love and unstick yourself, if that's a word. Work with creativity and flow, and then get that fire element working again, moving again. Because you deserve to have an amazing life. And you deserve to manifest anything and everything you desire. And I'm holding that space for you right now. So let's just go into a little time of silence and reflection. And as things are coming forward, deep breathing. You can feel your body resisting, but deep breathing and allow yourself to come unglued if you need to. I was entirely unglued, but it felt so good. It felt so good to just be cracked open. Call in your angels, call in your guides, call in spirit, call in loved ones who have crossed. And utilize the loved ones in your life here. I am the light of divine will. Through this sacred truth, I am able to supersede my ego and surrender to the wisdom of my divinity, allowing me to feel the beauty, bliss, and perfection in all things. Take as much time as you need in this surrendering pose. I'm holding the space for you. Gently bringing hands in prayer position to your heart center. Drawing the love and light from the heart center to the third eye center. May you have peace in your thoughts. Prayer hands to your lips. May you have peace in your words. Prayer hands back to your heart. May you have peace in your heart and your actions. Bowing forward to seal in this beautiful meditation. Namaste.